on TT.
We're live on the YouTube.
What's happening, y'all?
Live on the YouTube.
Back at it again. Happy Tuesday.
Live on the YouTube.
Welcome to America.
Welcome to America.
This is America.
America. America.
That was a great movie, man. It's for you, America.
It would never play today, right?
It's for you, America. What movie's that?
The one with the cartoons where they came up with the America.
Oh, America. F yeah.
That was it.
Dude, that's Team America.
Is it? Team America. We love
South Park. Creators of South Park. All right, everybody, you know the routine. You're going to ask your real estate and mortgage questions right here. And if you're lucky, someone will chime in about Sasquatch and let us know where they found him.
Sasquatch?
That's only if you're lucky. KK already in the house with her
What's
flowers.
up, KK?
Where you been, KK? Does she know that she's our ambassador for TikTok?
I don't know. Maybe
KK, you are our TikTok ambassador. We have one for Instagram, one for Facebook,
Where do
one
you see
for
KK?
YouTube.
I don't see it.
Dude, I see things that you don't.
Oh, that's because we're not clicked.
Like Jesus. Here, do your thing. I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
All right, guys. So real estate questions. I also want to know where you're at. I want to know city and state. I want to know where our clients are coming from.
Pull up the rates. I want to see what they did.
I also want to know your
weird
weather.
stuff that happened recently. There's some weird, strange stuff that happened
Does it
recently.
have to do with aliens?
No.
Then we don't care. Tell
Yeah,
them.
we do care.
We
a
don't
little
care.
bit.
He's going to talk about rates. Who wants to hear about rates?
We care a little bit. We care a little
Ugh.
bit. I was going through some of the comments yesterday. Man, we got some crazy people in the comments. Crazy people.
Got a couple crazy
We got to
people
talk
right
to
here.
people, and we got so many. I can't keep. By the way, if you're out there and you're watching, I try and answer across all platforms, but it does become a bit of an issue. The way you get a hold of us directly is text us. And when we get a text that says TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or whatever, we get a text, we know, let's respond to that now because they just saw us somewhere live. There are other loan officers doing what we're doing. I actually logged in at night. Well, they can't do what we do.
No,
but
exactly.
They logged in at night, and I seen their viewer count. I was like, there was in the hundreds. And I was like, if we went live at night, we'd probably get hundreds. But I got a life. And
I do too. I do too.
And I'm not.
I enjoy our time, guys.
Yeah.
This time right here, middle of the day.
All is good. Is 673 good? Joshua. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, all of the packages open at about 680. Ideal, you want to be above 780, and kind of like in the exceptional world, you want to be above 800. But 673, I'll give you the minimum guidelines for FHA. That's 580. We can get into an FHA. Ooh, it went up. Everything went up. We can get into into an FHA at 580 FICO score with 3.5% down. You can actually go all the way down to 500, but you need a lot more money. Remember that all loans are based off of risk. And so you're risky. You're risky if your debt to income is too high, your loan to value is too high, or your FICO score is too low. Those are the three factors that drive a loan. If your FICO score is really good, then the others don't matter as much. But if it's not really good, then they kind of matter a lot. So is 673 good? 673 is absolutely a great place to start. So we got a lot of people joining in, and we appreciate you. See you on Facebook, on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Have you ever watched I watched one this weekend. I was working on something and I had the opportunity, and I was like, okay, cool. We have to make sure that we're engaging with the audience. And one of the things that I caught 6 months ago when I watched it was we weren't looking at the screen. And we were just looking at our comments down here because we couldn't read the comments on the screen. This thing has helped a lot because it does look like we're engaging. And I want you guys to know that we really want to help you get a house in 2024. What are the interest rates right now? Well, if you went to the New American Funding website right now, this moment, you would see 5.375, which sounds great, but it's actually up. And I'm going to tell you why it's up in just a few minutes. But it's up. It was 5.25 on Friday, 5.25. But right now it's 5.375 for a 15-year fixed and 5.625 for a 30-year fixed. And those are up because Friday it was 5.25 and 5.5. Now, why? That's the big question. Why? And we'll get to that in just a little bit. So appreciate you guys. Questions. Where are you from? Oh, by the way, big news. we can now do business in New York. So all 50 states. And I watch all the loan officers who do this kind of stuff, and they're like, hey, 49 states. There's some that I really like. I think they're great loan officers. 49 states, 49 states. And I was one of them too, just saying 49 states, 49 states. But as of Thursday last week, 50. Boom, 50. Go. What do you got?
All right, guys. So if you haven't seen, there's static numbers here. I don't know if this works. I'm trying a bunch of things. But one of them is right for some social media. The other one is the other way for the other social media. So if you want to get a hold of us, all you do is zoom in, take a screenshot, zoom in on those phone numbers, text the platform that you're on. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is. Text us that platform, and we'll send you an application. We'll have a conversation with you so we can understand what journey you're trying to go on. And then, of course, we'll always do our commercials.
Oh, look, we're all sticky and stuff, man. Oh, you got the tape on there still? You got the tape off. What are you doing? It's 6.626 for a 30-year fixed. Brittany,
that's an option.
I don't know if you're telling us it's 6.26 because you locked on something, but I can tell you right now that if you went to the New American Funding website, which is at the top of our profile, just back out to our profile, go to links, and it's going to say cool stuff, and then cool stuff, there's going to be a link to today's mortgage rates, and you're going to see 5.375 for a 15-year fixed conventional. You're going to see 5.875 for a 30-year fixed conventional. 30-year fixed conventional. It's pretty good. So if you're at 6.26, that's actually not that bad. I don't know if you're with us or you're with another lender. 6.26, if you didn't buy down the rate and you got some type of concessions and you got a great credit score, that's not that bad. About 2 months ago, it would have been 8. It would have probably been 8%. So this is good news. So that means you're getting into a house, I think. And I really hope you are, Brittany. We want to help you. We got a lot of people coming in, and we want to answer all your questions. We see you on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Answer all your questions. Try and get you into a house in 2024. What do you got?
I don't know. Does 675 FICO score qualify you for a house first-time home buyer? Did you answer that one?
If I hadn't before, I'm going to answer it now. Yes. Not only does it qualify you, you qualify for most down payment assistance programs. And that doesn't mean you want to use them. I have pros and cons on either one of those and when you want to use it.
And what's the USDA loan right now?
What is the USDA loan?
Right now.
What's a USDA loan right now? A USDA is a USDA loan is a federal loan that is geographically driven, and if you find a property that USDA approves, then we're allowed to use the USDA underwriting system. It's actually a different underwriting system. Totally different. By the way, it's a unique underwriting system just for these properties. They're usually rural properties.
Raj Vindir to the save. She means the rate.
Yeah, I get it. She's like, save her. So it's going to depend on your FICO score. But the FHA the Govies are usually right around the same. I'll give you what that means. 30-year fixed right now, FHA is 5.625. VA is 5.625. But New American Funding is not putting out a USDA, but it's government driven. So they're usually right around the same thing. I'm going to tell you that the property is geographically qualified, and then the client is qualified.
Right.
Cool. Rajvinder, great to see you. I saw you on my text messages come up today. Makes me smile every single time. What's that? Okay, cool.
Ugly ass shirt.
Dude, people are hating on my shirts.
It's not even. It's like, not his feed. It's our posts. They're commenting on our posts.
Oh, dude, they. Oh man, some people hate my shirts. They hate them.
One
guy told me. One guy says, "Do you go to Chippendale straight from your work?"
Wait a minute. Do I split that income too?
That's hilarious.
What you making on the side?
Dude, Chippendales, whatever.
Maybe
I can either say yes or no. I was a Chippendales dancer at one point in my life. I can say yes or no, but according to this guy, I leave like right now. I'm like, I'm a little out of the range.
We all wondered where you went.
Yeah, okay, cool. How much do you need for down payment? You can do zero down programs. However, FHA is 3.5% for every 300,000, about $10,000 ish.
My student loan is $0 under IBR. What are my options? IBR. What's IBR?
Irritable
Interest-bearing
bowel
results?
syndrome. No, that's IBS. My student loan is 0 under IBR. Okay, so 1927. Here's the catch on student loans. It's going to depend on the loan type. The loan type, I'll give you a for instance. Let's say I go with conventional Fannie Mae. Fannie Mae, I'm going to have to use 1% guideline, which means I take all of your debt, 1%, I divide that up, and that's what I got to count against you if it's showing 0. Freddie Mac, correct me if I'm wrong on any of this. Freddie Mac is 0.05, so half of 1%. And FHA is going to be half of 1%. And VA is whatever is reporting, ironically, at this moment. And they change all the time. So if you were doing a VA loan and it said 0, I could use 0. Strange. Sometimes they change to fully amortized, which means you got to call your servicer, like Nelnet, whoever services your loans, and get a fully amortized scale so I can deliver it to the underwriter and use that amount. So it changes all the time depending on your loan type. But good question.
Interest-based repayment. That is IBR.
Oh, okay, got it.
So under that, you would give us the documentation that shows your payment, and we use that payment.
And if it's 0, then
It could be 0.
yeah, it could be 0. Yeah,
Could be
maybe.
0, Bid you beagle. Husband only has I-10 and wife has SSN. What's the minimum down payment amount?
So that's going to be that's a question that's going to be driven by the income. If the husband is necessary on the loan, if he's necessary, you either go I-10 or not I-10. So that's it. If you go regular loan, then you can't have an I-10 person on it. But if you're going I-10, then you have to go I-10. Both of them have to meet the I-10 guidelines, which is 20% down and a whole bunch of other stuff. But your answer on that one is 20% down, because it's I-10 or not I-10. Those are the categories. Because we always get the next question is, well, can I do my side 3.5 and his side I-10? No. Simple. I-10 or not I-10 in the game.
Manizito, Rajvinder Samra, thank you guys for the shares.
We appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.
That heart button,
yeah, heart us up.
share
Heart us
button,
up. Heart us up.
All those buttons.
Yeah, we're trying to make you money in 2024. Or at least, oh shoot, I can't say that. If I do that, I'm gonna get
can't say
banned.
2024?
No, you can't say the other part. We got banned. Oh, did we just get banned? No, I think. So what happens is if the algorithm picks up certain words, they want you. They like we've been put in jail, like criminals, like bad boy. What you gonna do? We can't go live on platforms. It's crazy. So I have to watch the words I say. But we are truly trying to help you get a house in 2024, either a primary residence or a second home or an investment property. I think my favorite is primary residence, but second home is really tight, really close.
I can't believe you can't say 2024.
Dude, you can.
I can't believe you can't.
We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube answering your questions. We're trying to help you out of bad scenarios. By the way, we're getting a lot of calls of people in bad scenarios, like really bad. And we help them. Yeah. I think we're even closing on escrow this week or next week on one of them where they got a hold of us, right?
Yeah, Rajvinder said Lennar Mortgage is a hot mess.
A hot mess.
What does that mean, Rajvinder?
What does
What's a hot mess
that mean? What does that mean?
I know what it means, but do the millions of our fans know what
Millions.
that means?
Millions. Experian, 598, TransUnion, 587. I'm sorry, Equifax, 612. I make 100K. VA loan only. First time. I'm a home buyer. JS. First off, VA. Thank you for your service. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. I really do appreciate you. I got a son active duty right now. Scares the heck out of me because of what's going on, but I appreciate them. I'm a veteran. My dad's a veteran. We're a family of veterans. So, JS, we're going to take care of you. And the good news is that if you were going 598, 587, and 612, I would take out the 612. I would take out the 587. I would use a 598 for an FHA loan, because that's the only one you would qualify for. However, the VA is an entirely different situation. You're qualified by FICO right now because VA doesn't have a FICO requirement. They do not. If your bank says, well, you have to have a 580, that's their overlay. That's not the VA's requirement. the VA technically doesn't have any guideline for FICO. They allow the bank to drive it. And the bigger the bank is, the easier the underwriting. That's easier to say. Now, New American Funding's a big bank. We're VA Direct. VA Direct. Which means we can get you in a house, man. And you know what? The VA loan, zero down, zero down. VA loan, no mortgage insurance. None. No mortgage insurance. Holy smokes. This is great. JS, you need to get hold of us. Like, if you want a house, you need to get hold of us. What do you got?
So let me share something with you guys. This a little bit has to go with what he just said. He said we are VA Direct. We're VA Direct, FHA Direct, Fannie Direct, Freddie Direct. We're direct with all of the majors, okay? Here's why that's important coming up here very soon. Is about summertime this year, I imagine the buying process is going to be intense. There's going to be so many people that are in the buying process, in processing, in underwriting, in these different departments within banks. And being direct, here's what that means, is that I have a line straight into the underwriter, a line straight into the processor, a line straight into funding, which means everything's in-house. We can do everything right here. When you're dealing with a broker, guess what you have to do? You have to go through middlemen. You have to go through a different company. So a broker has to reach out to the investor, talk with the rep. Hopefully they can talk with the underwriter. Hopefully they can talk with the processor or whomever else is needed. And why is this important? Is because when you're getting your offers accepted during a very busy time, those listing agents that are in the know pick and choose who they want to work with. So we're direct for all the major platforms. Just wanted to put that up.
And so what does that mean to you guys? Well, here's what it means. A lot of people come to me and they say, hey, listen, I'm being pre-qualified. And I said, by who? And they said, bank, X bank, ABC bank. Okay, cool. Cool. They say they want to see if I can beat their quote. And I say, cool. Just send me what you ever sent the other loan officer. And they say, well, we didn't send him anything. And I said, what do you mean you didn't send them anything? And they said they just asked us for our income. They didn't even ask us for documents. They asked us for our income. And they gave us a pre-qual letter. And I'm like, you're not qualified. I hate to tell you this, but you're not qualified. You are not qualified.
Keep going.
Oh, dude, I wanted that one. I had to. I get it later, but yeah. So the only way you're actually qualified, is if a lender pulls your credit. The lender has to pull your credit. You can't come to your lender with your credit and say, hey, trust me, bro, this is right. It doesn't work like that. And then the lender has to calculate your income. It's a very complicated process. It's not super simple. Sometimes it's super simple. W-2 for the last 2 years, no other incomes. It's super simple. But if you have anything, if you have like child support, or if you're 1099, or if you get bonus, if you get overtime, it's not straight W-2. If you get special pay, hazard pay, if you go somewhere, it gets complicated. So we calculate your income. Then we assess your assets. Because sometimes what you think is an asset is not. Some people say, hey, I have $500,000 in CalSTRS. CalSTRS, can't touch it.
What?
Can't use it.
Huh?
Can't go anywhere with it.
That
Doesn't
sucks.
matter.
What?
Doesn't count.
Man.
At all. Zero.
That sucks.
So once we do all that, we figure out whether you're qualified and we send you shopping. Let's do it.
All right. Inky Primes. I just submitted paperwork to Lennar Mortgage to see if I can get pre-approved. My credit is pretty bad. I'm wanting to do 90 to 100K down, and that's why Rajvendra says they suck. Christian.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who've come to us with builders, and I'm not going to single any of them out, Lennar, but they look like they're giving you a good deal, but they're kind of screwing you. And that happens a lot. Not a little bit, a lot. And the only one who can pick it out is somebody who really understands how they're doing it. The first thing they do, they play dirty birdie with the assessment. Incentives, yeah, and tax base. Yeah, they play dirty birdie with the tax base. They start to screw you over. It's not really to screw you over, but it does land up screwing the buyer over. And here's how. They could either pay for the sidewalks, and let's say the sidewalks cost $1 million in this community.
Nice sidewalks.
And they're like, hey, we're going to pour concrete throughout the whole community. It's going to cost us $1 million. But we have to add that onto the price of the house.
Okay.
But if we add that onto the price of the house looks more expensive.
Yeah.
How about this? The community hasn't been really developed yet. And because of that, there's only one board member. So why don't we put it to vote that we pay for the sidewalks in a bond?
Okay.
All the people inside the community have to vote, but there's only one person in the community right now. That's us. So let's vote to approve the bond.
All right.
So they approve the bond and they borrow money. Now you have what's called a special assessment on top of your mortgage payment. But it doesn't look like it's there because it's called tax base. And it's going to go disappear in about 20 years because the bond is for 20 years. But they're like, hey, we got a park here too. We can either pay for the park and include it in the price of the house, or we could put out another bond. We're being real successful with these bonds. Let's put out another bond. Before you know it, across the street, your neighbor's got a property tax base of 1.25. And you got a property tax base of 2.6.
Damn, that's a big jump.
That's a jump. Now, what does that mean? The 1.25 guy is paying $300 a month for his taxes. You are paying $800 a month. Wait, what? 800? Yes, 800.
I feel like you're attacking me right now.
Because why would you say that?
Maybe I pay a higher tax.
Maybe I pay a higher tax.
Maybe.
Maybe. But you have a nice park.
Yeah.
And you have a pool. I know for a fact you have a pool. I've been to your pool. So,
I never invited you.
dude, yeah, you don't have to. You don't want to talk about that. I just know what your address is, and if the police came by, I'd be like, honest,
That's him.
I was invited. So anyway, we'll have a little bit of a tangent, but
Yeah.
that does help you in 2024. And be careful with the builders. And by the way, we like to compete against builders and beat them. Have we ever beat a builder?
Well, often. I won't say all the time.
No, sometimes you get a good deal. Sometimes, yeah, and we'll tell you if you get a good deal. But if things look fishy, one of the first questions I'll ask people is, do you really believe this is a good deal?
You're giving it to me.
Like, really?
Giving it to me.
Really believe?
It's free.
Really?
It's free.
Yeah.
Christian Racinos. Why do realtors I go to keep saying 6.125 on rates right now, or is this with discount points?
So realtors are not loan officers. Realtors should not be quoting you rates. They can tell you what their experience has been. But if you're going to get a rate quote, go to a lender. Here's why. Because if you went to the New American Funding website right now, pull it up, right now, the rate quote that New American Funding is putting out to the world is 5.875. So my question to you is this. These realtors that you go to, do you trust the realtors that you go to over the bank that's telling you what the rates are? Now, here's the other part of that. This is not your quote. Your quote may be 6.875, depending on your credit, your FICO score, your loan to value, your assets. All of those things factor in to get you your quote. So, my question is, if you're going to believe somebody nebulously just cause, would you rather believe the realtors, I don't know what that means, but realtors keep telling you, or the bank that's putting it out, or if you're serious about getting a house, get your credit pulled, your income calculated, and your FICO quote. Because here's a little secret that's not really a secret. When lenders pull credit and then they give you a rate quote, there's this matrix. And it probably starts today at 5% and goes all the way to 7%. 7? Maybe a little more high, right? 7.5? So from 5 to 7.5%. Well, where is yours inside of that? We have what's called par rate. Par rate is no benefit, no cost. So that's your going rate. But then you can buy that down to 5, or you can get the benefit of cash all the way up to 7.25 in this scenario.
Pretend we only have 1 hour here.
All right, so 7.25 in that 1%. So if you needed $10,000 for closing costs, we get your closing costs. And yeah, now is it free? Never. Nothing's free. Nothing's free. Nothing's free. I feel like I'm pulling out my dad card every time I say that.
You may not
Nothing's
like it, but we're
free.
telling the truth.
Yeah,
Just telling the
nothing's
truth.
free. If somebody said, "Trust me, bro, it's not gonna cost you anything," yeah, don't believe it. Next. Yeah.
Commercial time.
Okay, cool. If you need a badass loan, call a badass loan officer. You can reach your badass loan officers at New American Funding. Chris and Lee's phone numbers are on the screen. Screenshot it because it's going to disappear in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.
Or if you don't want to talk to us,
Yeah.
just go to the link in our bio.
Yeah.
Apply now.
You can text us, by the way. Just text us what platform you saw us on, and we will get back to you as soon as we're done with this. What's the best loan type for liberals? We don't know. Depends on what that.
Dream for all.
Yeah, California Dream for All is a liberal dream. It's a dream.
Programs.
Yeah, dream. And by the way, make sure you're 5 times VA XED in order to get that. I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
Brittany was telling Christian Racinos that, everywhere is different. The town you're looking in. It's also the time. It's also the day. There's a lot of different factors.
Yep.
If you're going to pick a loan officer, pick one. And then you'll have the consistency on the rates.
And there's a lot of good loan officers. We don't just beat on loan officers. By the way, we get a lot of LOs in our comment section, on our lives. We love you guys. If you're more experienced, please teach us. If you're less experienced, sit down and learn something. But either way, we're going to help people get a house in 2024.
Inky Primes. Will I get denied for a home loan with bad credit? I have 20% down for a payment for a home.
Inky Primes. It depends on what you call bad credit. And 20% down buys a lot of forgiveness.
Yeah, it does.
Buys a lot of forgiveness. Like 20% down FHA, if I can get you FHA, shoot, FHA will look the other way on a lot of stuff. Yeah, they'll be like, nothing to see
Less
here.
risk.
Nothing to see here. It's all about risk.
Yep. Christian Reynoso. Thanks. What I'm getting is from Los Angeles. Got that.
Cool.
Adam Foster. How do you feel about the cash program?
Well, it depends on your recipient or trying to rent to somebody. I think the VASH program, it's kind of the Section 8 program for veterans. It helps veterans that don't have the ability to pay for their housing, and the VASH program allows that the housing gets paid for by the VA. It's a little complicated, but I think it's necessary for some veterans. The challenge is it's always the person, man. You got to vet. I don't care if it's VASH, because VASH is guaranteed money. It's guaranteed money. But if you get a bad VASH renter, you're going to land up paying for things. I literally know somebody who had a VASH renter, seemed really, really good, and then landed up with bed bugs.
Ooh.
That costs a lot of money to fix.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like bed bugs.
Wow.
Cool.
Can I refinance my VA loan to conventional? If yes, do you recommend AP 696?
AP 696, it depends on your strategy. Yes, you can. No question about it. As long as you qualify for a conventional, you can refinance to a conventional. I actually recommend this in certain situations, but not in all. Here's why. If you want to use that VA loan again because you're going to buy another primary residence, well, if it's locked up right now, you don't get to use it again. Some exceptions, but mostly you don't get to use it again. But if you lived in that house for a year or longer, 2, 3, 4 years, and you are now going to use it as a rental, then you're going to need to refinance it if you want to use the VA loan again. So yes, I recommend it. I also recommend you taking a very good look at rates and their trajectory. Because if you refinance right now, New American Funding is saying that you would get a 5.875 under their scenario. Jerome Powell says, we anticipate 3 interest rate reductions, a minimum of 3 or as much as 6 in 2024. What does that mean? That means interest rates are going to be going down.
It means the government's going to help you.
What?
They're going to save you. Hello, I-10, 90% LTV with True Broker. Thanks, man. That's cool. Frankie Madrano. Is it good to get all the equity from my home to purchase another home in cash? Question mark.
Mm-hmm.
That's an option. Definitely an option. Depends on your goals. I mean, when it comes to finance, I wouldn't say, don't trust anybody that says, no, that's a bad idea. Or, yes, that's a great idea. Don't trust those people. Know this. It's either appropriate for you or it's not. And if it is appropriate for you, let's do it. If not, let's not do it. Brittany Matthews. Make sure you get a good lender.
No doubt.
What are the interest rates in New York City? New York City!
New York City?
Can we do loans in New York City?
We can now do loans in New York City.
Cow.
I haven't done a loan in New York City.
it.
Have not done one yet.
I
I can
almost
hardly.
did.
I can. Did you?
Friday.
Did you? No kidding.
That
All right.
close.
All right. Good
Almost
deal.
stole it from a builder.
Yeah. All right. So we do loans in New York as of probably 5 days ago. So the loans are the same across the board. FHA is a government program. It's a federal government program. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are what's called GSEs, government-sponsored entities, which means They're not government programs, but they get some of their money from the government. This happened all in Dodd-Frank so that they can control the underwriting guidelines so we don't choke the economy again with bad loans.
Dang.
So,
Inky Prime, some 570 credit with 100K down. Will I still get denied on pre-approval?
Inky Primes, I'm going to highly recommend we send you through a full TBD underwrite. The reason I recommend the TBD underwrite is you could get what's called a false positive, and they're going to say, well, we have to go to manual. Well, we have to go to manual, and I have been to be determined underwritten are two different games entirely. So I'm going to highly recommend if you got 100K down, we send you through a TBD underwrite, because if we send you through DUAUS or DULP, none of them are going to work. DU is desktop underwriter, AUS is automated underwriting system, Fannie Mae is DU, Freddie Mac is LP. Those are the computer algorithms that factor everything and decide whether you're approved or not. Then a actual underwriter takes a look at it, because if you have a bad loan officer and they put in the wrong income, you could get disqualified even though you've been approved. Yep. And the funny part is the loan officer is going to say, well, the underwriter they said you were approved before, and they say you're not approved now, which is kind of true, kind of true. But the kind of true part is the loan officer made an error in input. And when they made that error in input, they'd like to blame it on the underwriter. And they're kind of right, because the desktop underwriter approved you in the error that they gave. But when you actually got to see a human, the human didn't make that same error, and you're no longer approved. Happens a lot.
And I recommend you get a second opinion.
Horrible shirt, Peter M. I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. Dude, I get some hate on my shirts. I love it. Now, see, beat up the cufflinks too, man. Beat up the cufflinks. Oh, don't forget to beat up the Rolex. Beat them up, huh? Peter. Let's talk about it.
So,
was that
I think
passive aggressive?
If you need a second opinion, go to the link in our bio, or text the phone number in our bio, or text this phone number.
I love
or
that
pay
shit,
attention
man.
to our commercials.
Yeah.
And let me know when you're over people begging on your shirts.
I do. I've been in the comments. Some people just hating my shirts. I love it.
Communication is key.
Yep, it is.
I want to personally guarantee my new business credit card. Will that affect me personally? Okay. In terms of buying a house.
No, it will. It will. Because you now have said, I am willing to go and cover this debt if it's bad. So whatever the monthly payment is going to affect your monthly payment on your personal credit score.
All right, 07734, Yuma, Arizona. They are my uncles, LOL.
All right,
Uncle
cool.
Chris, Uncle Lee.
Uncle.
I made it.
Uncles.
Dude, Ross Vader sent me a hat and I didn't even see it.
Dude, you got a hat.
And Brittany followed the host.
Thank you very much, Brittany. We appreciate you.
Not a builder, LOL.
All right,
Manny
not a builder.
Aguirre, is there any loans or programs that doesn't have PMI without putting 20% down?
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Manny.
Heck yeah.
Manny, but only for veterans.
Yep.
Only for veterans. So there's another thing that you can do, but it's not PMI. It's not PMI. We're going to change it to a different name. It's going to be BPI or LPI, right?
LPMI.
LPMI or BPMI. So LPMI means, hey, listen, there's going to be interest. There's going to be insurance on this, but I don't want to pay it every month. How do I fix that? You can pay it up front. So when I price out your mortgage insurance, they give me a quote. There we go. Thank you very much. We got a hat. Dude,
And
got
a
a hat. Mustache. So we can get a quote, and it'll be like $5,800. And we build the $5,800 in the front, and then you're already paid up all the way through the life of the loan.
Booyah!
We
Or
do
you
it,
can go
yeah.
non-traditional, probably put 10 to 15% down,
Yep.
and you're not going to pay 20.
Yep.
How many people using the new 5% down?
Oh,
conventional?
80-10-10. 80-10-10. How did I miss that? You can do 80-10-10.
There's a lot of answers to that question.
Yeah, you can do you can do 80-10-10.
say that.
So
There's a lot of
you,
answers to
you
that
can go 80% conventional conforming and then take a second note out. No, you're still gonna have MI at 10, huh?
No. And you put 20. You got the 20. 10, 10. 20.
Oh, you put 10% down. Yeah, you put 10% out. Dude, I space it for a
got two
second. Yeah,
payments.
no, two. Yeah, you do. So you put 10% down. We borrow 10%, and the conventional conforming is 80. No PMI.
There's ways around it.
Yep.
A lot
Cool.
of ways around
Uncle Lee and Uncle Christopher. Yes, we
Hey,
are.
is that
Cool.
my mom? Nobody
Yeah,
calls
yeah.
me Christopher. So how many people using the 5-down conventional multifamily? Not many. And
Yeah,
here's
not
why.
enough. Yeah.
Because it's not news. It's not that cool. You could have done 3.5% FHA. This is for primary, so is
Yeah.
FHA.
Yeah.
When you get information, the news is just trying to put data out because they have nothing else going on.
They need clickbait.
They need clickbait.
A lot of things have been existed for a
Same
long
thing
time.
with the California
Aliens.
Free for All.
Aliens have been around for a long
This
time.
is the alien of the mortgage industry. Is the 5% down. So
Yeah.
some, not many, was always kind of available, but you can do it. It's pretty cool. Ryan, $1 million loan. I need a $1 million loan.
I know he
$1
does.
million
Ryan, we want to help you get that money.
5.99, no points. We
Yeah,
all want that,
dude, we
right?
all want
We all
that.
want it.
Call us. Let's do it, man.
Brent wants to know where you're located.
He's located right there.
Right here.
I'm located right here.
Right there.
Yep, cool. We can do loans in all 50 states.
Yep.
But if you wanted to visit us today, Riverside, California, come into our office, type in New American Funding, Riverside, California, knock on the door, we'll be here. You don't have to
It's
knock on it,
raining,
you just open
so
it.
drive
It's
safe.
raining, yeah, it's
Drive
raining.
safe.
Yeah, especially if you're coming from New York or something.
Zach, can I live in my investment loan? I tell you, I'm ready to rent it out. I'm ready to rent it out.
Can I live in my investment loan? Can
Yeah.
I live? Yes, sure. Just pay a higher interest rate, but
Yeah.
why not?
And then rent it whenever you're ready.
Yep.
You're good. Sure, why not? Said 82K a year, 755 credit score, 0 debt, first time home buyer. What can I qualify for?
Well, you're probably going to be in the 360, 370 range, few other factors, but somewhere that's where we start with no
Get
debt.
to a crib.
No debt. The only way we really know, though, pull your credit, calculate your income, check out your assets, send you shopping, get you in a house. Then you can go on the live and tell everybody how great we are.
All right, Eric, can a retired person on SSI be on an FHA loan?
Absolutely. Eric, let me
Woo!
touch something here because you're going to be very happy about this.
Remember Ric Flair?
Yeah.
Woo!
That what you did?
He has a cool documentary on Netflix right now.
Ric Flair?
Yeah.
Okay.
I reckon.
So, Eric, here's something you should really know. Retired. There's something called age discrimination in the mortgage business. You can't do it. If you're 99 years old and you want a 30-year mortgage, we must give you a 30-year mortgage if you meet all the criteria. So don't let anybody tell you that you can't go on the loan. So
This
SSI,
reminds me,
no.
what other incomes can we use that people probably think we can't? Rattle them off.
Drug money.
Actually, you can file your taxes.
That's
and
what I
get
just
it.
said.
Okay.
Drug money.
What else?
Illegal kinds of money.
Like what?
Like drug money.
Gambling? Like illegal gambling? Right. Legit money. Let's
No,
talk
you
about
can even
legit-
use
I know.
the IRS.
Everybody's dirty. A lot of us are
Dude.
very well respected
Okay, cool.
people in the community.
So Social Security.
Social Security income.
Yeah, what we do with Social Security?
Gross it up sometimes.
You're right. Gross it up.
Okay. So
Okay.
Social Security income,
Disability.
disability income,
Permanent disability.
permanent disability income,
Temporary disability.
temporary disability income,
FMLA income. Family Medical Leave Act income. We can either use the lower or when you go back to work, the higher.
okay, next,
So FMLA income. Child support.
okay, what else?
Can we use child support?
Yes.
Alimony.
Okay,
Can we use alimony?
absolutely,
Okay. You got rich and you just need a stream of income and I SPIA it.
okay.
So SPIA, single premium immediate
So
income
all this
annuity.
to say, whatever you have, we could probably use.
Yeah.
So don't be shy. Let's buy a house. Call us. Text us. Go to the link in our bio or text us on the phone number. There's a lot of different ways to get a hold of us. And if you don't want to talk to us, just go to the link in the bio while you're at work.
There's some
while-
people. There's a
while
lot
your
of people
boss
who
is
want to do
paying you
everything
right
online.
now.
Yeah.
Just do the application.
I get a lot of people who just want to do everything
That's it.
online. Yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna go with it. I'm cool with it. We can
We'll
work
get
with
to
it.
all your questions, guys. Got
And
lots
by
of
the way,
questions.
we have a lot of loan officers helping us. It's not just us
Yes.
too. In case you were figuring out where's the list.
Dude, I just remember shit. All right, there's Gordon, there's Aurora, there's Jerry, there's Sean, there's Ryan, there's Chris, there's Lee, there's Martha, and many more.
Okay, cool. So those are all the people on our team. You'll talk to us anytime you want, but they handle your loan. We're working through everything.
All right, Adam, what kind of FICA loan can I get out against my
Oh,
house if
does
my
that-
uncle is in the bathtub with me? Zach, how long after my
Dude, we
first
always get
home
these. It's hilarious.
Can I refinance an investment loan to get an FHA loan?
You do that.
How long after my first home can I refinance an investment loan to get my FHA loan? How long after my first home can I refinance to an investment to get another FHA? Okay, so on your first FHA, you need to pay 6 monthly payments. 6 monthly payments, okay? And you can refinance out of it if you qualify, have enough equity, turn it into a conventional loan, and then turn it into investment property. Immediately after you refinance out of it, providing you qualify, because this is all an income situation, guys, you can buy another FHA loan. So, immediately. But you have to qualify, guys. You have to make the money and cover both mortgages in order to make that happen.
So we see you on Facebook. Thank you very much. We see you on Instagram. Thank you. TikTok. We love you. YouTube. Dude, we don't always get it. But they are beating up my shirt on YouTube.
Lenders really check.
It's hilarious.
Primary residence or just resent it out.
Oh, check that out.
Just
Do
rent
lenders really check? So, we have heard of instances where they do, but I'm going to strongly strongly suggest you do not commit mortgage fraud. Not a small thing, man. It's not a small thing. We actually have a loan officer that we work with who is...
Oh, I've never worked with.
Well...
They used to work for our company.
They used to work for our company. We found out that they were doing something not so good, and they caught them. And these are guys who know the loan. Her. Yeah. They caught her. And just don't do it. Don't do mortgage fraud. Don't. Just don't. Don't.
Zyla, do you need good credit to apply for the California Dream for All? No, just okay credit.
Okay credit. Yeah.
But this
okay
goes
credit.
for all programs. The Dream for All is this one that they're using to put out marketing for California to make it look like Gavin Newsom is helping everybody.
Should I tell everybody what this really Dream for All program is?
Remember that this program's only an hour, man.
Okay, cool. So here's what happens. Listen, Dream for All program. You're like, hey, listen, California's doing Dream for All program. Did you know they will do 20%? They will give you 20%. Oh my God, everybody, 20%. Holy smokes, on a $500,000 house, that's $100,000. But when I read the guidelines, I'm like, okay, this is like the mafia. How is it like the mafia? Well, the mafia says, hey, you want to buy a house? We're in business together. Yes, we're in business together. Yes, I'll get you $100,000. Don't worry about it. I'll get you $100,000. You want a $500,000 house? $100,000 for you. $100,000. And you're like, yes, I'm in. I nailed it. I'm in bed with the mafia. It's awesome. And then they say, okay, good for you. You're gonna be a homeowner. That's amazing. Oh, by the way, here's a couple of things. One, the $100,000 I give you, I want it back. What? Forget about it. I want it back. What? Forget about it. I want it back. You want your $100,000 back? Yes, I want it back. Yes. Yo, don't worry about it. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I want it back with interest. You want interest? No, scratch that. I don't want interest. I want appreciation. How is this really appreciated in California? If you make $100,000, we made $100,000 in appreciation. We made it. I want my money back with appreciation.
Nice.
Yes. Oh, one more thing. Because we're family. Yes. I get out first. Well, what do you mean you get out first? I mean, if there's not enough money to cover all of us, I get first. Don't worry about it. Forget about it. I get out first. But Uncle Mafia, what if I'm poor? If you're really poor and you can prove you're poor for the last 5 years, I'll take a little less. A little less.
That's nice.
Not a lot less, but a little less. And with that, let's get into a house together. Oh, by the way, one more thing I forgot to tell you. Yeah. You could have never owned a home in the history of your entire life since you were a baby. You could never have owned a home. Oh, neither can your family. So let's do this, man. Dream for all, good. Now,
all of us that grew up without a dad, that screws us because he might own a home.
What? Yeah, I see the loan officers putting out like it's, oh my God, it's amazing. You must apply today. Because it's a lottery. If you don't get in, you're not going to get in on the lottery. What? If you actually look at the guidelines, you understand this thing. Is it horrible? No. Is it amazing? No. Is it appropriate for some? Yeah. Is it inappropriate for some? Yeah. We'll help you.
Dude, it's raining like cats and dogs
I know,
outside.
not cats and dogs. I don't know what that means. You ever seen cats and dogs fall?
07734. I have the ability to remove any paid or unpaid collections accounts from any credit reports. No paid up front. Okay? DM us.
DM us. We'll work with you. We always want to fix people's credit. We want to help them get a house. We work with a lot of people. Most credit repair people, kind of shady.
Yeah.
Kind of shady.
He will not promise a specific outcome, but no charge up front. All right, cool. Let us know, man.
Talk to us. DM us, man.
Can you match 5.99, no points, 30-year fixed VA?
You know what? Here's what I'm going to tell you, Ryan. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Ryan.
Where you been?
Ryan. Send us a locked LE. If you send us a locked LE, I'll go to work. If you're just screwing around. Good to see you, Ryan.
Balbuena Neza. My 20 sons can buy a house.
Yes, all right.
I think they said my son is 20.
My 20 said, can he buy a house? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. I actually put a lot of young people in the military. I think I put a 20-year-old in probably about 6 months ago. Just got stationed in Virginia. Boom, he's a homeowner. Yes, all day long.
I need help with my bad credit situation, Easy Money said.
Easy money, easy money. That easy money is so easy. If you need help, we got to help you.
And then easy being greasy.
Yeah, dude, you can't say that. We're going to get banned.
Aligned. Rocket Mortgage offers way better pricing and service. Contact me for details.
Oh my God! Check out Align, dude.
Must be hard.
I know. It must be hard to come in and troll us. You know what? Here's my take on that. I actually like this because I'm one of the ones who goes through.
Let our viewers tell them about Rocket Mortgage.
Oh yeah.
Tell us how you guys feel about Rocket Mortgage.
Viewers, pop in here and because Align obviously has some reason to send people to Rocket Mortgage. It's hilarious. But here's what I think. I look at the loan officer's comments inside of our section because sometimes we got 4 million views on some, 2 million, 1 million, hundreds of thousands all the time, hundreds of thousands, and we get loan officers in there. And I thought about it, I'm like, okay, cool. And then I thought about from the bigger perspective, I'm like, okay, so do I think these guys will go with that little troll who's trying to snipe off the shark? Or do they want to deal with the actual shark? Do they want to deal with the person who really does the shit, who puts it out right in front of everybody and is not afraid to deal with the LOs who come at them? I love you guys. I love you guys. Like a true UFC champion, I'm like, come on in the ring. Come on in the ring. I'm rested up. Let's party, man. Let's party. Anyway, that's my piece.
All right, cool. Due to student credit deletion, make sure you reach out to us.
Okay, cool.
How do I know if I should leave my wife out of my loan?
So that's a good question. That's a very good question. So what we do is we pull your credit, both of you guys. And then we find out if your wife substantively, that's a big word, substantively adds to the loan. Whatever. If she makes the loan better. If she makes the loan better, then yes. If she doesn't make the loan better, then we talk to you guys and you make the decision and we tell you that she can be put on the deed after. Dude, what happened? What happened? Okay, cool. Where are we at? We still got a while, but...
Do USDA loans have PMI?
Credit deletion. Okay. So no.
Evelyn Gomez, I'm a little confused how this works. I never bought a home, but I hear no down, but still need a down payment. Well, that's a good question, Evelyn. You're absolutely right, actually. Because she's saying, well, if I get a down payment assistance program, but you're saying no down payment, how does that make any sense? Well, here's how it works. A loan, okay, you're borrowing money from the bank, and the bank says you need a down payment. Okay, that's how it works. You get a program that covers the down payment so you don't pay one out of pocket. Now, that program, depending on the one you get, you might have to pay it back. It may be a gift and forgiven. It may be something that you owe interest on. So there's a lot of different ways that gets settled. But if you don't have money up front, there will be a program that will front you the down payment at the least. So that's what they mean. So no down payment to you, but the program is covering the down payment. The loan does ask for a down payment. That's if we're using something like FHA or conventional. Of course, there's programs like VA and USDA that have zero. So we'll probably try and get you one of those if we're possible.
Yeah. Miguel, I make 40 hour, have 14K down, 730 credit. Can I get a house? Yes. Yes.
Right. Unemployment
Let's get it going.
Can you use that?
Unemployment income. No. Well, sometimes. Here's why. If you're unemployed right now and you say, hey, I make income and that's going to be my income, then no. The answer is no. Simple no. But I did a loan for a hotshot. That's the guy, smoke jumpers who jump into burning forest fires. And for 6 months out of the year, makes a killer living, makes a lot, $150,000, just like bam. Hard work, man, hard work. But then after he's done, files for unemployment. And then next year when fire season rolls around, they do it again. And if unemployment is built in that situation, just because you're on unemployment doesn't mean you're disqualified. I'm able to use the other sources of income in order to justify that this is the way you make your living, and I have to prove it for the last 2 years. This also goes for actors, people that are in the entertainment business, craft services people. They get big contracts and they go on unemployment. Big contracts, unemployment. So it's a way of life for some people. But if it's not your way of life, you just lost your job, no.
Wow. What are your interest rates right now?
So if you went to the New American Funding website, Amazon Air, you would see that a 15-year fix is 5.375. Wait, what? What? Yeah, 5.375. That's what New American Funding is putting out to the world. If you don't believe me, go to the top of our links. Go to cool stuff. Then there'll be a link there for the New American Funding pricing. 5.375 15-year fixed. 5.625 30-year fixed.
Mila Morez said renter's income, question mark? I don't know what that means. Do we use rental income? Can you get rental income? Ask a full question.
So if you bought a 4-unit, I could use the 3 renter income on the 3 units in order to qualify you for your primary residence because you live in the main one.
Or if you have a renter, you could probably use that money to buy a candy bar.
Yep.
MC, I'm looking to buy a Phil.
What's a Phil?
Philip? Maybe a person? Maybe
All
he
right,
wants to
cool.
buy a person?
All right, what's up, guys?
Me
Diablo
too.
Mortgage. What's up, Diablo Mortgage? Are you brand new or are you a seasoned loan officer? Are you here to learn or are you here to teach us? Either way, we welcome you. Thank you for being here.
Miguel, I make $40 an hour and have $14K down. And
We
a
did that.
730
Yes.
credit score.
Can you
Can I get a
qualify?
house?
Yes, you can. Get a hold of us.
What's up, guys? What are the DTI limits for an FHA loan?
Good question. JR61. DTI, real simple. It's not even per the bank, per the FHA guidelines. The back end ratio, 56.999. That's per FHA guideline. However, if you're a smaller bank or you're brand new at the lending business, they are going to put an overlay. And the overlay is going to say, this bank doesn't able to do that. That's called an overlay. If you want to get into the technicals of the lending business, I do that occasionally. Cool.
All right. Can you do home equity loans in Texas? With a bunch of exclamation points, marks. Yes, we could do HELOCs in Texas.
There was a while when you couldn't. There was a long time when they were not doing.
Call them, man.
There was a long time when.
Lee and Chris, I can help 2 clients, no charge. We can talk. Sure,
All
DM
right,
us.
cool. Yeah,
Caesar,
DM us, yeah.
Do you guys offer any grants?
Any grants? Well, there are some grants, Caesar, but here's the catch. Everybody's looking for free money. Everybody. I'm even looking for free money. I've looked into a lot of them. I looked into the AD. I'm building an ADU on one of my properties, and I looked into the $40,000 grant. I was like, dude, I'm in the mortgage business. I know how this works. I'm going to get me a free 40 grand. And then I looked into the guidelines, and it says the minimum you have to borrow is $200,000. I'm like, wait, I was going to do it for less than $200,000. They're like, and you must use our builders, and it must hit this and hit this. And I'm like, you guys are making your 40 grand. Yeah, you guys are making your 40 grand back.
Man.
And it must be this exact loan from this exact bank. What? That 40 grand wasn't free. I chose not to do it. However, there are some grants if you're looking for down payment assistance. There are some. There's one called Platinum. Probably the most famous one is called Platinum. Platinum says, hey, listen, we're going to give you the money. Yes, we're going to give you $10,000. Okay, cool, awesome. And you're like, hey, let's get this thing going. Why is my rate so damn high? Because Platinum gets their money back by charging you a ridiculously high rate. It's a high rate, but they don't ask you for the money back unless you try and refinance out because you're going to outthink them. You're like, hey, I'm going to outthink you guys. Twist the mustache. I'm trying to twist the mustache. Not good.
Try harder.
Yeah. So if you twist the mustache, you're like, hey, I'm going to think them. I'll just refinance 6 months later. They're like, yeah, cool. You can do that. You owe us all of our money back. All of it. All of it. They don't want a payment. They don't want a payment plan. They don't want as much as you paid so far. They want it all back. Yeah. Is it a grant? Sure, it's a grant. So do we offer them? Yeah, I'll still do a platinum loan for you. I'll just disclose everything. And if you want it, I'll do it for you.
07734. How about you're in a house and you're renting your rooms? Can you use that money to buy another house?
Nope.
You can't?
Nope.
What if you're filing on your taxes and you're claiming rental income?
If you have 2-year work history of that, if you have a 2-year history of claiming it on your taxes, yes, you can. That was a sneaky. You did a sneaky, man. That's bullshit. You did a sneaky. You're testing my guideline knowledge.
How long do I have to look for work if I just got laid off February 1st, so it won't affect me to buy a house?
Bernice, good question. 90 days or less, no problem at all. No problem. If you had a little gap of unemployment, no problem at all. Just prove that you were looking for work. That's it. Yeah.
07734. He just answered the question. As long as you filed 2 years on your tax returns, you're good. Brian Noriega.
Noriega. Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty famous.
Put an offer for a $400,000 home and it's accepted. What rate can I get at $400,000? 40K down conventional loan.
Well, New American Funding's putting out that you could get a 30-year. Did you see 30-year?
Looks like
Side eye. No, it's a conventional loan, just conventional. Conventional, New American Funding saying 5.375 on their website, 5.3575. That's what you can get, 5.375.
What happens if a person's income is zero?
Now, that is not your quote, by the way. That is not your quote. That is New American Funding putting it out on the website. The only way we can get you your quote is if you call us, we pull your credit, calculate your income, do your assets, and then make sure it happens.
What'd you do with my commercial?
I don't know.
Dude, you stole my commercial.
I guess. We had a commercial here, but we lost it. If you need a badass loan, call Badass Loan Officer. You can reach a Badass Loan Officer at the phone numbers that are on the screen. Be sure and screenshot it because it's going to disappear in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.
If a lot is paid and I want to build, I have to get a down payment or pay closing costs?
If a lot is paid.
And I want to build, do I have to give a down payment?
Well, you need a building loan. That's a whole different game, man.
Different path.
Yeah, it's a whole different path. That's not an FHA, it's not a VA, it's not a Fannie Mae, Fannie Mac. It's not conventional. It's a builder loan, and a builder loan is not going to be as pretty as you hear on here.
What happens if a person's income is zero, but cosigner has been on the job for 20 years? Perfect 830 mid. It's like a married couple.
Yeah. So if your income is zero, then you're not really adding income to the loan. The only reason you would really do that is something called blended credit, and that only happened probably 2-3 months ago, where we can take a higher spouse's credit and a lower spouse's credit on specific loans, blend them together, and come up with a blended credit score.
All right, Marco Hernandez, if you have bad credit, what's bad credit?
Yeah.
So do you still qualify for a home? So, yeah, probably, because a lot of people are like, I have a 650 FICO, my credit's bad. You can buy a house. You can buy a house without a lot of issues and a lot of down payment, down to about 580. Below that, you're going to have to come out with more money. But bad credit, 580, yeah, those people can buy a house.
I see a lot of loan officers in here. We appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you very much. If you're a seasoned LO, teach us something. If you're a junior LO and you're just trying to learn, sit down, son. Something to learn here. Anyway.
And if you're ready and you don't want to talk to us, go to the link in our bio, click apply now, get your application started, or call us, text us. You ready to get out of here, man?
Well, one more thing. Strange thing. I've been getting a lot of LOs who are saying, hey, can we come and work for you guys?
That's right.
I'm getting a lot of them. And I went up to my manager and I'm like, hey, there's a lot of LOs that are trying to come and work for Chris and Lee or New American Funding, one of the two. So I said, and like, what do I do? And they're like, dude, get them over here right now. We'll either put them on your team and you can teach them. They can be somehow affiliated with you guys, or we'll just hire them on. So if you want to, if you're an LO and you're looking for a place, we're here for you, man. We're here for you. We're not actually recruiting. I don't give a shit. I'm not trying to find an LO. I don't give a shit. I'm not the recruiters out there that are going, hey, join me. I'm the best thing. I'll give you a $250,000 signing bonus.
We close fast, and we have
We
great
close.
rates.
Oh, we have. You know what's good? We have service. Get out of here.
Shut up.
Get
That's
out
what
of
you're
here.
supposed
Oh,
to
we're a
have.
broker. We have broker's lanes. Oh, we're direct
We talk
lender.
to
We're the
people
biggest.
really nice on
Yeah,
the
do you want to
phone.
be on the Scotsman's Guide? Do you want to be on? You want to be on? It's hilarious. This is a very complicated business. I know a lot about it. I teach you guys. If you are an LO and you want to come on board, appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for being here on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We've been Chris and Lee. We are out.
Cheers.